Hola, bonjour, moi, hi, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you didn't subscribe so that you will not miss my upcoming videos. So today we have a very nice topic and I will make a demo about this topic step by step and you will see how it works and you can do the same. So the topic of today is this one: create multi-language React app with i18next using ChatGPT. How we can do that, I will show you here. What I'm talking about here, I take Tesla.com main website as an example to show you what I'm talking about and what we are going to do. For example, here, this is a globe icon. When you press on this one and you want to change it to Spanish, for example, you can press here, the text is now in Spanish. Want to change to another language like Japanese, here we press on this one. What if we choose a language which starts from right to left like Arabic? So you will see this icon here will move to here. And let's see, here we have UAE and we select Arabic. So as you can see right now, the user interface is in Arabic and the icons are in this position because in this language we start from right to left. Let's create a new React project from scratch with localization for English, Spanish, Japanese, and Farsi, including handling right to left text direction for Farsi. Let's do that. So we will go through those steps here and I will add all those files content down below, including those commands to install the different modules, and you can grab them from down below. I will add all of them below and at the end I will explain the content of those files. But first we have to start doing the setup. Set up a new React project. We run this one, npx create a React app. So this will be the name of the project or the directory. We just have to come here and copy this one and start the project. I will use Visual Studio Code here. I just double click on it, new window. So we will start here a new window. Now we have Visual Studio Code here. I can get rid of this page. And first of all, you can bring this cursor down below until you see this highlight blue line, and you can drag it using your mouse up. Now you have a terminal here, and from here you can paste this npx create a React app. Then we give the name here. You can change the name, for example, if you are not okay with this one. So we start, and if this takes time, I will pause the video for it to finish, then we will continue.
2,000 years later.
So soon this one will finish and we can continue. And as you can see right now, we have this one finished, and here we suggest that you begin by typing here cd stands for change directory, and we have this the same here. We can copy from this one and go to the directory of our project because this is the name we have chosen here. And now we can run this one npm start to see if everything is okay. Npm start here. Now the initialization of the project is okay. And what we can do here, we can go to the project folder or directory here. From here you can open folder project. So now we have the basics of our React app. What we can do, we can get rid of this file here and open this source and we have this file app, which is we are using here, and we have also those two files. What we can do first, we get rid of those two files content, we save, and here we do the same, we select all, we delete everything. Now we can close those two files. As you can see, when we reload here, there's nothing because we have now those two files as empty. From here you can select this place and double click here, open integrated terminal, and now we have the terminal and it is pointing to the directory of our project. What we can do next here is to do this install localization library. We copy this one, come here, we do the installation. So next we will start create our project files. First, create translation files. Those are the JSON data files with those keys and values. So here, English, we go to source and we create a folder named locations here, and then we create another folder here, en for English, and we create this file, and the content of this file will be this one. We do the same here and for others. So first we select this source, double click on it, and new folder, locals. Now we have locals, we press enter, and inside we create a new folder here, which is English. Now we create the second folder for Spanish. Here we select locals here, and new folder ES. Now we have for Spanish. Let's go for Japanese and for Farsi. And now we can select this file name, which will be the same for all those files because they are in different directories. So here we can select for English and new file. Here we paste translation.json, we save, do the same here, and again here, and for Japanese also. So we just copy the content of this file. For English, we come to English here and we paste the content there, and we save it. We come and do the same for other files. So we do the same for those files, Spanish, Japanese, and Farsi. For English, Spanish, Farsi, and Japanese. And we move to the next step. Configure i18next to create a file named this one. We can copy here and come again to this source directory. We select it and we create now a file, and the file name is here, and we can copy this content, and which I will explain line by line so that you will understand what is here. And paste it here, and we save, and again we have initialize i18next in your app. So we have index.js in source. We just copy this one. This file already exists in our project by default when we initialize the React app, which is here. We just open the file, get rid of its original content, and we paste our content and we save. Next, we have use translation in your components. This file is the one responsible for the user interface. which we have emptied at the beginning. So we can open it again. Here it is, and we save the changes. Next we add this one. This is for the globe icon. npm install react icons. So we will install this one to the terminal. Here we copy and paste it here and do the installation. But the installation is over. What we will do is to create now this file, create the language switcher component with drop down. So we will select this file name here. We come to source. Here we create the file name and we paste this file content, which I will explain line by line here. And now we save here. Next we have this CSS file here, which we will create to make the style a little bit better, and also we will create it inside the source here. We select new file. Now it is created, and we copy the content of this file here. We paste it here and we save it. Next is npm start. We copy it, we come here, we paste npm start, and we will see the outcome of this, what we just have done. Those files 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. We have 9 files, and we will go through them one by one here. So here is the outcome. Welcome. This is a localization demo. When we press to this globe icon, you can see we have English, Spanish, Japanese, and Farsi. Let's select Spanish here, and the translation is working here. Bienvenido, and as you can see. And how about Japanese? Yes, it's working for Japanese. And when we select Farsi here, it should start from right to left, and it will move this user interface content from here. Let's see if it's working. As you can see, now it's working. There is one thing here which we have to change. This is the position absolute. For example, when I select this globe icon here, you can see the languages are hidden. So we have to get rid of this one, and we save. So automatically we have the list here, so we can go back. Now when we select English, we are here back. Select Farsi. Let's see. So let's start here to explain the content of each file. There are 9. So here we have this JSON data, which is JavaScript object notation. We have an object, those are the 2 key pairs. Here is welcome, and the value is here welcome. Description also is a key here. The value of it is, this is a localization demo. So it's the same here, it's just in different language, and also here is the same in different language. But as you can see, those key pairs are always the same. Welcome, description, and also here. So those one are the same. Here we have this one. First of all, we import all the modules we want to use, and those are the files which we have here. Those are our JSON files. For English, Spanish, Japanese, and Farsi. So here we have i18n, which is here imported, and it is used with this init method to initialize the translation, and we use those imported files here. So for those 4 languages, here we have default language. It is English. Anytime we launch the application here, the first language to show up, it will be English. And the fallback here is also English. This fallback means that when we add here a language in this drop down menu and we don't have the data for that language here, if the data, the JSON data for that language is missing, the fallback will be back to English. And here we have this interpolation handles for the values rendering here. And at the end we have export default i18n. So we can import this file and use it in another file. And next we have this file. Again, we import all the modules necessary here. React from React, React DOM from React DOM, and app. This one is our main file which handles the user interface or the UI, which is imported here. And we have also the CSS file here, and we have this i18next, which is this file. And here we have React DOM, the render. This one handles the rendering of our application. So React to strict mode will make sure that we will avoid certain issues, certain errors like deprecation. And here we have the main page. So this is the main user interface or the UI page, which you can see here. And also here we import all the modules, React, and the difference here we have also hooks, use effect, and use translation. Those two hooks are very important here in React. So we import language switcher. This will be the next file. We will explain it. So first we define the function app here, and inside the function body we have t and i18. So those constant variables here will be used with this hook use translation, which we have imported from here. And now we have the use effect here. This use effect is very important because we are using this language here, Farsi, which start from right to left. Here we have the document, the body, the direction. So this one is for direction, equals to this one which we have defined, and the languages. So here is an if statement, like here this is the if language here equals to Farsi, then this will be true. This will be RTL here, right to left, else left to right. So let's press come here, we press this one. So this is right to left, so it starts from here to left. Thus what you can see, this value here stands for RTL, right to left. And the other languages, if it is not Farsi, for all the other languages here we have this one, left to right, like for English, left to right here. And next we have this JSX. We have a div tag here with the attribute and the value of the attribute. We have H1 here, welcome here, which is for this one, and P tag here for this one. For the description we have this P tag here. As you can see, we have welcome description, and if you remember, let's come back here. Welcome description here are very crucial and important, and behind those two key pair values are added this D and T, which is defined here. But those I will show you why we have to use them here in every file. So they are here, welcome description, in every file. in every JSON file we use those key pairs values for every language. That's why those are the one we use here, and they should be in every language. And here we call this file here, which we will go next to, which is here. The file is imported here, language switcher, which will help us to switch the language. And then this file also is exported. Next we have this one. Again, we have those modules imported here. We have this use state and use translation hooks also imported. The icon we have here. So it is imported from this library react icons/fa, and we import the CSS file, which we will go at the last here to explain. And first there is function, and the function name is language switcher, and inside the function body from there to here we have those. We define a constant variable here, i18n, which will go with this one, this hook, use translation hook. And second we have here for the drop down open, we first define those two, drop down and set drop down open, then equals to this. Whenever we start this application, this should be closed. This is false. When we add true here, now when we change to true and save it, you can see automatically it opens this one. But let's go back with Command Z if you are on a Mac and save it. As you can see, automatically it closes. This one is doing this job, is to change the languages. This function is doing that, and whenever we change the language, we want this drop down here to be closed. So for example, when we change to Spanish, and you can see automatically it closes. When we leave it to false, it will close the drop down after selecting a language. When we change it to true, here it will not close. That's why it's nice to be false there. And now let's come here. Now it's closed. And the toggle function, we have this function name toggle drop down. So this one is just making sure that whenever we click on this icon here, it will open this drop down, and when we press on that same icon, it will close, open, close, open, close. Here we have the JSX which are rendered. Here we have also the div tag here with an attribute, and the value of the attribute we have the button here. This is the FA globe. This is the icon which we have here, and the function I just showed you here is being called in this place. Here is what it's doing. On click is an event listener trigger which will wait for whatever we do with this button. Again, we have this one, the attribute and the value, to make sure that if we want to style it. And down below here we have the drop down open, and here we have those languages. We have English, Spanish, Japanese, and Farsi, which you can see here listed. They are inside the UL, which stands for unordered list, and they are list items. If we add a language here without having any JSON data for that language, and we go to that language, the fallback should be in English. So let's just add a different language here. We have added just French in this part. We save the changes, and as you can see now we have French, but we don't have a JSON data for this language. What happens when we press on this one, the fallback will be in English. And let's see here. Now we select French. As you can see, it goes to English because what I explained here is fallback in English. If the language doesn't have any data there and you select that language, the fallback will be in English. You can play with it just to make sure that you understand how it is working. At the end here we have the CSS file here, the language switcher, which is coming from here. This is the class name, and we will use those values here. Language switcher, drop down button, and drop down menu, which are here: position, relative, display, inline block, and also here for the drop down button, as you can see, background, non-border, cursor, font size, color, and so on. And we have the drop down menu here. You can get rid of this line so that when you select Farsi here, it will not hide those list items. So we have here drop down menu, list item for the padding. So this cursor here, pointer whenever we come here, and also here is the hover over. The hover over background will be white. Because my theme in Chrome here is set to black, that's why you cannot see that white color. So if I select this one and open it inside a different browser, let's open the same application here and see. As you can see, the background in white, and when we select this one, we have this. I will put all those files content from there to here down below, and also add the commands to do the installation. And if you have some difficulties, leave them down below, and don't forget to subscribe and give a like to this channel. Thank you. See you next time. Bye.